Hey everybody, Pete Salazar here at WYM Fitness. What's your motivation? Today we're going to be doing a 5 exercise circuit. We're going to be doing each exercise for 50 seconds. And we're going to have a 10-second transition in between. You're going to need a pair of dumbbells today. You could use multiple pairs, heavy to light. After we go through 5 exercises, we're going to take a 1-minute break. And like I said, we're going to get through this 5 times. While I'm demonstrating the exercises, I want you to be jogging in place, doing some jumping jacks, doing some jump rope if you have a jump rope. If you're ever looking for equipment, you could always get on our website under our gear tab and take a look at equipment there. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get through the demonstration. All right, you guys, here we go with the demo. Remember, please be warming up. First exercise that we're gonna do is a transitional exercise from a lunge to a squat. So it's gonna go lunge, squat, lunge. So when you're setting up, just set up in your normal squat stance. From here, we're gonna back lunge. So I'm gonna take my left foot, step back, drop into a lunge, come right back into my squat stance, drop into a squat, and then my other leg is gonna swing back. Lunge, squat, lunge, squat. So we're just going to continue this pattern, lunge, squat, lunge, for 50 seconds. I'm doing it right now just body weight. If you want to grab some dumbbells, you can hang them off to your side. Lunge, squat, lunge that way. You can carry them in front of you, like a goblet squat, squat, and go into your lunge, squat, go into your lunge, okay? So that's the first exercise. The second exercise you do, you will need a pair of dumbbells. We're gonna be doing 3 exercises here in a combination. The first thing you're gonna do is a double bent row. So soft knees, feet fairly close together, back flat. You're in a row, pulling the weight up to your ribs, not your shoulders, 2 times. Then you're gonna stand up, do a curl, then drop right back down. Double row, 1 curl, 1 press. Double row, curl, press. If you start to get tired doing this, on your way up from your second row, stand and curl at the same time, instead of standing up, then curling and pressing, okay? So double row, curl, press. After that, still need dumbbells. We're gonna be on the ground. We're gonna be doing a bridge, so a hip bridge. When we do this, we wanna get our hips as high as we can, trying to make a line from our knees through our hips to our shoulders. And at the same time, we're gonna do a chest press. So we're gonna bridge and press at the same time. So we get to work our chest, work our triceps, a little bit of our shoulders, and with the bridge, working our glutes, working our hamstrings a little bit as well. Also keep in mind that we're trying to pull our belly button in towards our spine while we do our bridge. Try not to let your tummy pooch up while you do this. Okay, so that's gonna be your 3rd exercise. The 4th exercise is gonna be a balance exercise and a shoulder exercise. So I'm gonna go to a lighter set of dumbbells for myself. We're gonna balance on 1 foot. I'm gonna kick 1 back, lean forward, do a rear raise, stand up, switch my feet, rear raise, up, switch, raise, up, switch, raise. While you're doing your balance, try to look at 1 spot. Also, when you lean forward, we want to counterbalance our torso with our leg. So when I tilt forward, I'm going to kick my other leg back. That's a lot easier for your balance. Okay, so again, we lean forward, kick back, do a rear raise, stand, other side, stand, and we're just alternating which leg we're balancing on while we do that rear raise. And then finally, we're going to be on the ground. We're gonna do a Russian twist. So a little ab exercise for you. You're gonna start sitting straight up. You're gonna lean back, and then we're turning side to side. I don't care about hands hitting the floor. I care about shoulder rotation. So, one nice big turn through the shoulders. You can add weight to make this a little more challenging if you need to. You can elevate your feet to make this a little more challenging if you need to. So that's all 5 exercises. We're doing a lunge, squat, lunge, double row, curl to press, bridge and chest press, alternating balance, rear raise, and then finally a Russian twist. Then we'll take a 1-minute break after that. All right, you guys, you ready for round 1? I hope you got your warm-up in. We're starting with lunge, squat, lunge. You can do it with or without weights. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Starting with a lunge, coming back up into your squat, dropping into the other side lunge. Make sure that on your way up, out of the lunge, out of the squat, you're exhaling. Make sure also that your weight is in your heels on both the squat and the lunge. You want to make sure as you're lunging, you're not shifting your weight forward into your toes, okay? So just this nice, smooth transition between these 2 great lower body exercises. Also on your lunge, make sure that you're bending your rear leg. Sometimes people will go back into a lunge and their leg stays straight. I want to make sure both my knees are bending while I'm doing that. All right, grab some dumbbells. We're going into a double row, curl, and press. 2, 1, go. Soft knees, flat back. 2 rows. Curl, overhead press. Back down. Remember, you're gonna row to your ribs. Stand and curl, overhead press. On your overhead press, if you have tight shoulders, you can always keep your hands pointed into each other. If not, then hands point forward, palms point forward. We've got about 10 more seconds, you guys. Make sure you're breathing out on your row, on the curl, and the press. You got 10 seconds. We're hitting the floor. We're gonna do our hip bridge and chest press. 3, 2, 1. Remember, we're gonna bridge and press at the same time. Trying to get a nice line from our knees to our hips, to our shoulders when we're in the up position. Really working to squeeze your glutes. Keep your abs tucked in. Squeeze your hamstrings. And on the chest press, of course, we're working the chest, working our triceps, the back of the arm, and a little bit of our shoulders as well. Should be exhaling as everything moves up. Getting close to the end of this one. You guys got 3 seconds. All right, now that balance drill, we're gonna be doing an alternating balance and rear raise. So kick back, lean forward, and rear raise, stand up, switch your feet, kick and lean, raise, kick and lean, raise. Try to keep your palms pointed to the floor as you do your rear raise. You definitely don't want to go thumbs up on this. Our thumb should actually start to tilt down as we do our raise. Also, as you balance, make sure your knee stays a little bit bent. All right, we don't want to lock out the joint. And if you're watching me right now, you'll notice I'm staring at one spot. Helps me hold my balance. Okay, on the floor for our Russian twist. With or without weight, feet on the floor or elevated. And we're looking for shoulder rotation. So lean back, turning your shoulders. Again, it's not about where your hands go, it's about where your shoulders go. Okay, the further back you sit, the more tension you get in your abs and your low back. So be aware of that. It's not just about your abs while you do this. This is also for your lower back. 20 more seconds. It's one of my favorites, 10 seconds. Probably start to feel this in your hip flexors too. I know I am. Getting close. All right, you guys, we got a 1-minute break. Make sure you get some water. Don't grow roots. Walk around a little bit. All right, you guys, get ready to go. You got 5 seconds. Lunge, squat, lunge is coming up. Second round, let's go. Lunge, squat, lunge. Should be nice and warmed up by now. You can start picking the pace up a little bit maybe. Remember, weight's gonna be in your heels. Should be bending both legs on the lunge. Combination of movements a lot. Legs are starting to burn a little bit, especially the quads. Love a good burn. About 5 seconds. All right, weights in hand, double row, curl and press. Here we go. 2 rows, rowing to the ribs. Curl and that overhead press. Make sure on your curl that you keep your elbow pointed to the floor before you get that press going. Try not to swing your arms up. Okay. Nice tight curl. Definitely breathe a little heavier. That's good. Get a lot of cardio benefits from doing HIIT style circuits. Gonna be on the floor. Bridge and press. Here we go. Exhaling on the way up. Big squeeze through your glutes. Pull your belly button to your spine and squeeze your arms and chest. Also, when you're doing this, make sure you're not flaring your elbows way out to the side. Kind of drop your elbows somewhere between your hips and your shoulders. So there's a little angle, let's call it 45 degrees. Like a 45-degree angle between your elbow and torso. All right. Probably a lighter weight. You need to balance rear raise again. Staring at one point. Kick and lean. Pull your hands apart. Exhaling as you pull. And again, at the top of the movement, thumbs are down. really helps us focus on the back of the shoulder. Whew. Feel this in my hamstrings, glutes, and shoulders. Oops, see? I stopped staring at one point. All right, on the floor, Russian twist. We get a break after this one. Again, shoulder turn. Big shoulder turn. Leaning back, turning the shoulders. Should be exhaling on every turn. So little sips of air in between your turns. You don't have to do it loud like I was. Just illustrating a point. Definitely don't want to be holding your breath. At the very least, don't hold your breath. Getting close, you guys. 15 seconds. Hip flexors might be feeling it. Hopefully the abs are. Maybe your low back. Maybe all three. Getting close, getting close, getting close. Woo. All right, 1 minute water break. Five seconds, you guys. Third round. Lunge, squat, lunge. For right now. Exhaling on the way up. When you're doing your lunge, watch your balance, okay? Make sure you're not stepping all the way behind your lead foot. It makes it hard laterally. To keep your balance, there should be a little bit of separation. If your feet were to make two lines, there should be some separation in those lines as they're going forward. Whew. Third round, kicking in already. All right, we need some dumbbells for our double row. Curl to press. And down, here we go. 1, 2 rows. Curl overhead. 2 rows to the ribs, curls, elbows down, press. Hands go straight up. Make sure on your press that you're not letting your hands go outside of your shoulders. Okay. Also, don't press forward. We want to be pressing straight up, getting our biceps in line with our ears. On this series of exercises, we have to default to the lightest movement. So when you're picking a weight, think about which one is the weakest of those three. Bridge and press. This is a good one to kind of catch your breath on after those first two exercises. At least it is for me. But even if you're a little out of breath, make sure you're trying to exhale on the way up. And again, making sure your elbows aren't dropping way out, in line with your shoulders. You want them below the line of your shoulders. Okie doke. Up to your feet. Balance rear raise. And we're kicking our leg back as we tilt forward. Thumbs go down as we pull our hands apart. A little bit of bend in the elbows. Don't want to lock them out. Also, don't want to lock the knee out. Woo. Starting to drip. Legs are a little shaky. That's a good thing. Tells me they're working. Don't forget to pick up a towel on our gear section of the website. All right, down on the floor, Russian twists. I'm gonna add a little more challenge for myself this round. I'm gonna add some resistance. Still looking for a good shoulder turn while I'm leaning back. Always breathing. Don't hold your breath. Big turns. 20 seconds. Whew. Try to pick it up. Feeling my back, feeling my abs. All right, that's the end of your third round. We got 2 to go. Get some water. All right, you guys, round number 4. Lunge, squat, lunge, here we go. My legs are still tired from that last round. Still feeling a little bit. I don't think my sweat slowed down at all. I wonder if my breathing rate slowed down at all. Feels good. This is one of those times where you should start to ask yourself, what's your motivation? Sometimes for me, it's just being able to say, I'm so happy that I'm healthy and mobile. And the only way I'm gonna keep being happy and mobile is by exercising. Dumbbells, double row, curl to press. Row to your ribs, elbows down on your curl. Back nice and flat. Double row. Elbows down, palms forward. If you can. If you can't go palms forward, palms in. Maybe my motivation is to have some bad food tonight. No bad food. Eating clean. Trying to, most of the time. But I'm a realist. Gotta have fun sometimes in life. just look for balance. Which is funny, because we have a balance drill today. I didn't mean for that to be a pun, but we're on the floor now. Bridge and press. Whew. Breathing hard. All right, exhale, everything up. Tummy in. Tight buns, tight hamstrings, tight chest, shoulders, and arms. And correct breathing. Exhaling as we squeeze the active muscle groups. If you want to make this a little tougher for your lower body, you can hold an isometric bridge and continue your press. Maybe just for a few reps, because your buns start to burn, like mine right now. Then you can go back to flexion. All right. Good. Up on your feet. Balance. Rear raise. Remember to look at one spot. As you kick back, pull those hands apart. Standing up every time you switch. Okay, this makes it too easy. Every time I come up, I have to reset my balance. That does make it a little more challenging. Plus it activates my low back and my glutes a little more by having to shorten them by standing up. How's your balance, you guys? All right, down to the floor. Russian twist. Again, I'm gonna do it with some resistance. Up to you. Body weight or extra, as long as you're turning your shoulders really well throughout this movement. This doesn't have to be fast either. You can go nice and slow, or you can go really fast. Just depends on you, what your level is right now, how hard you want to work right now. But the shoulder turn and your lean are the most important aspects here with this Russian twist. And your breathing. Don't forget the breathing. 10 seconds. Good job. Round 4 is done. We got our 5th round coming up. Make sure you get some water. Move around a little bit. Get yourself ready to go.
We are learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher and up the notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round, round. Cycle, cycle, life is a cycle. Cycle, cycle, life is a cycle. Cycle, cycle, life is a
All right, 3 seconds. Round 5, lunge, squat, lunge. It's the last round. I'm gonna make it challenging. I'm gonna add some weight to this. Probably pay for it later. That's all right. I like to be sore. You don't have to be sore to have a good workout. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to. Especially if you're so sore, you can't work out the next day or the day after that. Or if it just affects your normal day-to-day activities, that's too much. We don't always have to be sore. We don't always have to get stiff. But I like to be a little sore. A little bummed out when I'm not sore, at least after a workout. All right, you guys, double row, curl, and press. Even if you're tired, looking for good form. Flat back, soft knees, double row, curl, pop that press up. As you press up, make sure also you're not swinging your hips forward or pushing them forward. Real tough on the low back. It also tells me you're not engaging your core. You want to keep your abs tight as you press overhead so your hips don't shoot forward. Not tight like you're squeezing the heck out of them, but they need to be engaged to protect your low back. All right, one more row, bam. Okay, bridge and press on the floor. Exhaling as you're pressing up. I'm moving here a little bit so you can see the angle that I'm talking about with my elbow between my hip and my shoulder and not flaring out in line with my shoulders. This is murder on the shoulder. So drop your elbows down between your hip and your shoulder. I'm picking the pace up just a tiny bit because again, last round, really want to make sure getting everything I can out of this high intensity interval training circuit. All right, I'm going to switch my weights. I'm going to be up on my feet. Fourth exercise, alternating balance, rear raise. Pick a spot, stare at it, kick, and pull. Don't do the rear raise until you found your balance. Okay, sometimes we have to work on that balance first before we can advance to anything else. Especially when you're tired. It might take you a lot longer to find your balance. That's okay. Find it, do the raise, come up. Find it, do the raise, come up, okay? Shaky legs. I like it. All right, Russian twist. Gonna go up a little more. It's the last time. Don't stop, don't quit. Sit up, lean back. Start turning those shoulders. Okay, breathing the whole time. Whew, I'm not gonna talk much this time. We're just gonna go. I'm gonna breathe a lot though. And remember that I'm turning my shoulders. Halfway. Whew. Yes. You should be feeling it. If I'm feeling it, you should be feeling it. 10 seconds. Try to pick it up. All right. All 5 rounds are in the books. That was a good workout. I hope you had a great workout. All of us at WYM Fitness, thank you for being here with us today, spending some of your time with us. We'll see you next time.